Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Roger with Electronics and Gadgets.
Okay, for my next video,
this is your first time
I want to give
Thanks
some
for stopping by.
5, maybe 6 battery tips
if you've been here before,
for the Samsung S24 Ultra, and the battery tips on how to make your battery last longer, of course. So, your first one is the battery life for motion smoothness. So the first one we want to go to is your settings, of course. The first one we want to go into is display. And then we want to go into motion smoothness. Okay. I don't personally prefer the faster 120 refresh rate, 120 hertz, which does take up extra battery. I like it just standard for 2 reasons. Obviously, the first one, for battery life, more battery life, and number 2, it hurts my eyes when I do the 120. I look at my screen for long periods of time, and it just, for some reason, everybody's different. Some people have this, some don't, but I have a problem looking at a fast refresh rate. So I keep mine set to the standard, and that's going to save you some battery life. Okay. The next one, screen resolution. So we're going to stay in display, and we're going to scroll down to screen resolution. Now, this is one of those things that I just don't see it. Again, maybe I'm weird, I don't know. The default setting is FHD, 2340 by 1080. The maximum setting is 3120 by 1440, which takes up the most battery use. As it says here, sharpest visuals, most battery use. I can't personally see the differences. If you see the 3 at the top here, I can't see in an actual picture. I can't see those. When I have it on the 1560 by 720, I don't see any differences between that to the middle to the highest setting. And this also saves you a ton of battery life. Okay. So I keep that one set to the lowest. Try it yourself. Let me know in the comments if you notice a difference, if you don't notice a difference. Again, I can't tell. Okay, the next one, we're going to stay into the display again. And the next one in here is screen timeout. Obviously, you want to keep this set to as long as you can when you're not using the phone. You don't want it set to 10 minutes, so when you put your phone down, the phone stays on for 10 minutes while you're not using it. You also, on the other hand, you don't want to set it to 15 seconds, so then when you're done using it, it automatically turns off and you're not done using it yet. So I found that 1 minute is a good one, 30 seconds to 1 minute, and that's also going to save quite a bit of battery time. Okay. So the next one we want to go to is device care. Okay, and I already have that in the search section. So you want to go to device care and scroll down here a little ways. And under performance profile, you have 2 different ones. Provides recommended balance between processing speed, battery life, and cooling efficiency. Or you have light, prioritizes battery life and cooling efficiency over processing speed. And I keep this one set to standard. I'm still getting almost, well, as you can see on my phone right now, I have this at 34%. I've had this on for 2 days, and I'm a pretty heavy user of the phone. So, you know, you want to ask yourself, there comes a point in time when is enough, you know? So what I do for this one, I keep standard. I imagine you could get, like it says, prioritizes battery life and cooling efficiency over processing speed. If you want to do that, you can do that. And then if you want, you can come back and turn it back to standard and use it on standard if you have certain apps. If you're just browsing the internet and you don't need the horsepower and you're more concerned about battery life, you can go in and set that and go. They're not permanent settings is what I'm trying to say. So you can always set them at any point in time. The next one is auto optimization. So with this one, this is going to automatically restart and optimize your phone when needed. So this doesn't just give you extra battery, it also is optimizing your phone at the same time. So I have mine restart when needed. I have that on, but then I also have a scheduled restart. As you know, when you restart your phone, it clears the caches out, it clears a lot of the extra things you're not running. It clears out a lot of stuff in the background that doesn't need to be there. So you're technically, I was always taught to restart your phone once a day. That's what's neat about this, is it's going to restart it when needed. Your phone will restart automatically when performance issues are detected. But then I also have this set that it's a restart on schedule. So every Sunday at 3 a.m. when I'm not doing anything, hopefully not doing anything, I have this reset at 3 a.m. in the morning. So either way, I'm going to have it auto doing it or resetting at 3 a.m. Then I'm going to give you one more tip. And this really is a lot of tips here that I can give. This may even be like a part one of a series of tips. But see this icon right here, this battery? I'm going to tap and hold that. And it comes up to power saving. So you can turn it on, of course, just by tapping it. Or if you tap and hold it, it'll give you an explanation on it. And you turn this on, and it's going to save battery life, background network usage, syncing, location checking limited, motion smoothness will be changed, which we already did that. Turns always on display off, turns off always on display. Limits the CPU speed to 70, decrease brightness. So this is one I use a lot that I toggle. So that's why I have it in my toggles at the top here. I have it right here, so I turn it off if I'm going to use the phone for something really important, and then I'm done using it, or the phone's just sitting here while I'm watching TV. I'll toggle that on, and then I'll turn my screen off. So, instead of totally turning the phone completely off, I'm basically tuning down the processors, tuning down things that I'm not going to use. Okay, so those are my 6 very quickly and not super in-depth, but we'll have part 2, 3, 4 of these, because there's so many things you can do to optimize the battery. So that's my video. I hope you found my video to be helpful. Thank you for being here. Please click like and subscribe on my channel. Leave me a comment down below. And until the next time, I'm out.